Hey YouTube, it's Don Zickafoos. Hey, this video is inspired by a trip to Sam's Club today where we'd planned on buying bacon, but it was $23.97 for 4 pounds of bacon. So that's like $6 a pound. The pork loin, which is much higher on the hog than bacon, bacon's the belly, the loin is actually the backstrap, was $1.98 a pound. So we bought a pork loin, we're going to make Canadian bacon. Here we go. All right, let's start with the ingredients. We have 1 gallon of water, or 4 quarts. We have a cup and a half of kosher salt, 1 cup of sugar, 1.5 ounces of pink salt, which is also called DQ Cure. You can pick that up at butcherpacker.com. I'll put that down in the description. I have a tablespoon of hickory flavoring, dry. You could also use liquid smoke. We have a tablespoon of sage, a tablespoon of garlic, and a tablespoon of rosemary. I like those because I like the flavor. A lot of people use just sage and thyme. And then we have a 4-ounce pork loin, which I've trimmed off, and I've trimmed the fat. So let's get this all together. All right, we're gonna start by putting our meat into a container, and then I'm gonna try one-handed to pour the water on. Actually, I'm going to use 2. Okay, into the water and meat. We're going to put our salt. Now some folks, they like to make the brine first, boil it and cool it down. I think that's a lot of extra work and you don't really need to do it. There goes our sugar, pink salt, our hickory smoke flavor. We'll stir this all up in a minute. Sage, garlic, and rosemary. Again, these are flavors that I like. That's why I've used them. We're going to give that a quick stir. Okay. All right, and you're going to soak the meat in the brine for 24 to 48 hours. Okay. I usually like to do that in the fridge. You don't have to, but I like to. All right, what you're going to do after your loin has been in the brine for 24 to 48 hours is you're going to pull it off, pat it dry, and you're going to roast it in an oven, nice and low, 200 degrees, until it reaches an internal temperature of 145 to 150. At that point, you bring it out of the oven, let it cool down, and you have bacon for $1.98 a pound as opposed to $6. All right, we've got the oven set to 200 degrees. What we're going to do is pull our meat out of the brine. I'm going to put it in a pan, and I've got a thermometer here set to 165 Fahrenheit. So it'll be, once we reach an internal temperature, 165, and once it's there, we'll have Canadian bacon for $1.98 a pound. All right, it's been 4 hours and 45 minutes, and we are up to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, so I'm gonna call it. We're gonna go ahead and remove this guy from the oven, and I'm gonna let that cool down just a little bit before we bag it up and put it in the fridge, but it is looking like a big chunk of back bacon, or Canadian bacon, however you wanna call it. I'll show you later when we slice it. All right, well, here we are the next morning. Let it chill in the fridge overnight, and it's the finished product. Some mighty fine back bacon.